This time it's not cards or yeah, it's going to be comic books this time. Anybody out there comic book lovers? Got a few and got two different places went to. Let's see what we got today. Comment below. Let me know who you like to collect as far as comic books go. Let's see what I got today. Now let's see. Now I do tend to let the guy down there hold books for me. And do you guys read your books? Honestly and truthfully, I've got about I'd say probably 4,000 books, maybe plus minus, probably on the plus side. I'm probably being pretty modest there. I think it's well above that, but we'll just say 4,000 books and counting. I stopped collecting years ago when I just started back up again. But love these artworks. Always have, always loved the art. Just I used to be able to draw this when I was a young man. Obviously, as you get older, you tend to lose not necessarily the ability, but yes, the ability on top of it, but the time. And obviously now I'm doing this, so it's even less time to do things I used to like to do. I haven't read any of them, but I do like them. I just Cosmic Ghost Rider. I've always been a Ghost Rider fan. Uh, but anyway, let's move on to the next one here. Who likes the Fantastic Four stuff? The new ones. This one's got the new Conan the Barbarian on the cover. Uh, I get what they're doing here. Versus Conan. Same thing with the Uncanny X Men. It's just for selling books, though. It's the same story as in all the rest of them. It's just a clickbait type of variant. Get you to pay another 6, 8, $10 for a book. You should, it's just, well, whatever. Yeah. So I got this one today. I actually almost thinking about getting the starting that Conan series because I liked reading them back when I was a kid. Um, Got number 7 of X-23 ongoing series. I do collect only because I am a big Wolverine fan. On top of it, yeah, the stories I could tell you about the books I've had. 181, I've had it. Ended up getting stole from me, and of course I was only 8, 10, 12 years old, somewhere in that general range, and even back then it was a $50 book because I remember trading up for it. Um, you know how kids do, especially back then, and it wasn't no great shape. It wasn't nothing like this. It was beat down and thrown around, but it was still a cool book to have even back then. Um, but anyway, this is supposedly a hot book, and this is a book he was holding for me. As far as the series, this is not the newest one. I think number 8 comes out next week or so, or two. But these are the books he was holding for me, or most of them, not the Fantastic Four, but these here. And that's in the Return of Wolverine. I went ahead and got this one. I do have quite a few of these as well. Um, yeah. And let's check out the bag. Let's see what we got. And another return of Wolverine number 1. Don't think I had that one, so I went ahead and grabbed it. So we'll see here. Found this one on just the standard shelf. I don't know if you think about these. I love X-Men. There again, Wolverine and all the rest of the guys and gals of them all. I believe this is a wraparound cover. It is. Love that. It's got one pullback ding right there. Where people will pull back on the comic if it's on the shelf, which, it's still, at least a 9.24, could make a 6. It's got nice pointed corners. But it's not something I'll send in. They're just too common. This one might be a less common than some of the others that you can find. I liked this one, not because of they're just making a mockery of Stan Lee at this point. with that, all these tons of books because he passed on, and now they're just. But I did like this cover. I got a couple of them just because I liked certain covers, but as a whole, I'm not going to buy every single one that they made like this. They're all black backed, and main reason why I got this, not because of this garbage. Once it seemed like everyone's getting married, Spider Man and some of the X Men are getting married, and now Fantastic Four is like, good grief, people, seriously. Once they got you hooked, they tend to get you. But the main reason why I bought it is because it was the 650th issue. At least for the Fantastic Four, again, blackback, to honor Mr. Lee. This is another blackback honoring him, variant edition of the 650th. It's the one I was really going to get. Then I pulled this one out to buy it, and I seen that one with the actual logo. I thought, I guess I'll get it. There again, I'm not much on Fantastic Four, although I do have some. I would like to collect these Immortal Hulks. I've been wanting them, but it seems like every time I go, they're just too beat up. But I had to get that one because I'm pretty sure that's not necessarily. It's obviously a variant, but I think it's definitely a nice numbered one. Here's the rest of that series. I'll plop him up here in the front. I need to get a backer on there, and that's the main thing. One store I like to visit doesn't put backers in, and they'll charge you like 10 cents for one, which I think is absolutely ignorant. And that's the reason why they have little, I can't remember what I called it earlier, but anyway, yeah, the pullback little stress mark right there. It didn't break paper or anything, but it's enough to make you go, Some of the other variants are here's the standard one. I don't even know if you can even see it. I guess I'll bring it up. Here's the standard number one for the new Uncanny. Good stuff. Like I said, I haven't read any of them. Obviously, all the number ones I believe are all the same story. Pretty sure they're all the same. If I can get the focus here. Mr. Thunderbird. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Look at that. One's a sketch and one's colored. I just now noticed that. Look at that. Bamf. There it is again, but in color. And I got these all at book price. I'm not one to pay, anywhere from 10. I don't mind if I like the cover, but most of them will charge you anywhere from 10 to, a couple $100, depending on how rare it is, or at least how, 1 to 10 compared to some of the other ones. And my goodness, I think there's double lettering on number one X-Men on all the variants. Number 2, Multiple Man, I believe. Been around a little while. Disassembled Part 3. I'll have to read this one just because. Number 4, Disassembled. I just can't afford those variants. I just don't see it. And I bought. Well, this one isn't an extreme. It was just $3.99, but this brings me back to some vintage X-Men looks. It looks cool. I like it. Artistry on there. The colors are good, but it just brings me back to them 70s and 80s type of books. Good stuff. Number 5 with Disassembled Part 5. I'm pretty sure this is a run on, and the only reason I got these is because the guy put them in there because I want the variants along with the standard, which oddly enough, he never gave me the standard for 7 and 8, just the variants. So I'll have to go find 7 and 8 and 6 evidently. Well, look at there. We're both learning something. I didn't get the variants for the Uncanny X-Men. But I can show you my Uncanny X-Men. Don't mind the room. It's a mess. But I make my own boxes over there. All 3 boxes are all Uncanny X-Men, except for the top one. It's got a little bit of everything, but it does have, as you see, Uncanny X-Men there. But yeah, they have a little bit of everything in there. Usually just the my run-on stuff. Oh boy, I may have to cut this off early, guys. Yep, I'm gonna have to cut it off early. Well, that stinks. Maybe. We'll see here. Yeah. Grab some of my other ones here. Basically putting them in order here. All right. Number 4. There it is. Put him in its place. I already had number 5. I wasn't sure if I had number 4. So I went ahead and bought it. And that's it. I'm going to have to go. I've got an emergency. So hopefully you like the video. Comment down below. Subscribe. Let me know what else you'd like to see. And as always, happy hunting.